Yo, what up? It's your man Young Rue, aka the Tattoo King, and this is my story from my mouth. We all got a story to tell and a lesson to learn. It's my story. I'm 41. I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, where I still reside to this day.
Okay. How would you say was your upbringing? Poor, middle class, or rich?
Poor, very poor.
Did you grow up in a single or co-parented home?
Single. I mean, pops was around. When he could be typical household, but for the most part, my mom's raised me, so I would say single.
Okay. How you think it was different growing up uh, without your pops in the house?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it's different because as men, like you have, it's certain things that a man can teach you that a woman can't. Women are, taught to nurture and love and care in a different way as men. So, if your father is not there to guide you and teach you what a man's supposed to do, then it's going to be a little bit more rougher growing up. So it was different for me because my mama raised me, and I had to learn how to be a man pretty much on my own. Even though pops was in my life, but I had to learn how to be a man on my own. So that
As a kid, what did you think you was going to be?
uh, what everybody thought they was gonna be a basketball player. I thought I was gonna play some type of sport. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I that was my dream to play ball, but it didn't work out that way. But
When did that dream end?
shit, ninth grade when the poorness got more, on us more. Like by ninth grade, I want what the other niggas got. You know what I'm saying? So I started saying fuck the hoop dreams and went toward the street, and that's where it ended. Ninth grade year.
So, money changed you from pursuing your dreams because your dreams wasn't uh, giving you money at the time.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And to add on to that, in my ninth, well, as a youngin, we didn't have many like I say, pops were in the crib, so we didn't have a lot of people who would push you toward the thing you may be loving to do at the moment. So when you get caught in the sauce and become a product of your environment, then that's what it be. My first career choice, I wanted to be an engineer, like for real, because I'm great with drawing and stuff like that. So I said I'm gonna try to be an engineer. Went to school, went back to school, but I ended up dropping out. Went to school. I didn't even know this some shit a lot of y'all might not know. I didn't know you can get in college without a high school diploma.
I didn't know that.
Nah, facts.
Well, you can if you got a GED.
No, no. Nah, see, I want y'all to Google this shit for those who watching. I went to Baker College, never graduated high school. What they did was they give you an assessment test, and if you can meet those requirements of that test, you can get in that college. Fuck me up. My ex-wife put me on that gang, and I'm telling her like I ain't got no diploma, no nothing. Look, I was in Baker College, got the whole ID and everything. Fucked me up. But yeah, I chose to, go for engineering. That didn't work out because the streets were still calling me. But yeah, I wanted to be an engineer.
How far you got in your education then?
10th grade. 10th grade, man, was like my turning point. Like that's when I kind of thought that school wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was making more money not going to school. You know what I'm saying? Then Pops wasn't around to get in my ass. Back to that. He wasn't around to give me that don't get fucked. You know what I mean? So, I kind of fell to the streets. 10th grade, school was no longer.
At what age you feel you became an adult?
Oh, that's a great question, Chuck. Actually, I became an adult in my mind probably about 14 years old. The reason that I say that, my mom had another child by the time I was 9 years old. And back then, if any of y'all know, um, you had to watch the baby when moms worked. You had to, no matter what, 9, 10 years old, I knew how to cook. I knew how to do what I was supposed to do without fucking up the crib. and my little sister was born. So I'm watching a 7, 8 month old baby while my mama go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like 14, 15, I was grown.
Gotcha. At what age did you make the career choice that most people know you for now?
Maybe about 25 years old, I became the tattoo king. I'm gonna tell you a little story though. I've been doing music for 20 plus years, right? And that had become so fun and like one of my passions. I was doing that for so long, and my family was off into it too. But anyway, to answer that question, I started doing tattoos maybe 14 years ago. And now it's like that's all people know me for. All the other shit I ever did in my life, people only I could be. It could be 3 in the morning. They be like, "That's the tattoo man." Or can you? I don't want to talk about tattoos when I leave here, but that's what the people know me for.
But how did that happen?
Excuse me. One of my partners, he a hustler and not on no street shit. He just know how to get to the bag without doing no hot shit. Whether it's selling cologne, glasses, like he a hustler like that. So at this time we selling Cartiers to niggas. We got a store in the flea market selling Cartiers. One day I'm doodling on the envelope, bored, downtime, doodling on the envelope. He like, nigga, you can draw a little bit. And I ain't no artist or nothing. You know what I'm saying? He like, you ever thought about doing tattoos? I'm like, no, I don't got time. I'm in the streets. I don't got time. He a petty nigga. He goes and buy a tattoo kit anyway. Cause like I said, he a hustler. And I'm with him every day. So in his mind, I'm finna see what he can do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And he bought the shit for my birthday. I never forget. I let the kit sit in my house for a whole year. I'm such in the streets. I don't forgot about it. So when it's time to move, I'm unpacking in the new crib. Boom! I stumble across the kit. During this time, DVDs are still hot, so they gave us all these DVDs to watch. So I love documentaries and shit. You know what I'm saying? So pop the DVDs in. I'm getting more and more interested as the shit going on. And at the time, I'm dealing with a chick who a stripper. You know, and I'm like, let me do this tattoo on you. Fuck no, boy. I got somebody who will let you though. She called a chick up. Chick come over, I do it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what the DVD said do, but as a real tattoo artist, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Put it on there. It's halfway decent. Halfway decent. But in my mind, I'm a hustler too. So I'm like, damn it, practice made perfect. Kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. This time I'm working at the plant. Boom. I get a book for a tattoo party. Keep in mind, I'm 3, 4 months into this shit, choke. I don't know nothing about the real culture of tattooing. I make $1,400, $1,500 in one night. It took all damn night, but I made it. 2 days later, I called my job and said, I thank you for the opportunity. I ain't gonna come back. Cause I knew like if I could make this shit in one night, I know what I could do in a month. With promotion and all the right shit, if I really try to perfect this craft, I can get money off of this shit. And I haven't stopped since.
And it's how many years it been?
14. And next summer will be 15 years. It's 14 years.
Okay. What were your early struggles as a tattoo artist?
Oh man, just see anything you do, you gotta put some time into the craft. I'm so caught in the moment of still being a street nigga and trying to learn a craft at the same time. So my struggle was putting the time into practicing drawing every day or with any type of art, just practicing, trying to get better. Like my get better was my next tattoo I'm gonna do. I didn't take the time to sit down and really, you know what I'm saying, build the confidence up to where I could do anything. I had to learn how to do that. So that was like a struggle for me trying to perfect the craft.
And how you overcame that struggle?
The money slowed down, and I knew why though. I knew why. I knew I wasn't putting enough effort into making it better. So that was to me that was God's way of showing me like you don't want it. You got to go get what you want. So one day I said, you know what? Take some time, if it ain't but an hour a day, and do something towards bettering your career. Cause this is my career now. I don't got no high school diploma, none of this shit. This has turned to my career now. I do music, but I love it, but I gotta learn how to love it more. You know what I'm saying? So I just started putting more time into trying to get better.
Did you have anyone close to you that didn't support you? or believe in your tattoo dreams?
Yes, every motherfucker I knew. Because that wasn't me. You feel me? Like they used to me being street nigga ruin the studio, being that. You know what I'm saying? Once I took on a new leaf for trying something new, it was funny. You know what funny is? Hating. All that little tattoo shit you doing, or you know, once they throw little in front of it with the smile, that's a sign of hate. So like nobody believed in that shit for real, but me. But I had to understand too. Like okay, they don't know you for this, you know. But once now you can't tell nobody shit about me. They send them all them same people who was laughing, send all their friends and that, which is cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Who was your biggest supporter?
Uh, Again, Mom Dukes. No matter to this day, right or wrong, Mom Dukes is gonna wave the flag, first person in the line, biggest cheer, and I don't see her a lot. I see her enough, but I don't see her a lot because I'm so busy and she work a lot. But she told me, I'll never forget these words. She said, "Whatever you decide to do, be great at it, and I'm gonna stand by you no matter what it is." So when I jumped in that shit, I'm like, "Mom, I'm doing tattoos." It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you don't know shit about no tattoos. But hell, if it's gonna try it. So that was enough for me to be like, okay, if Mom Duke say give it a shot, I can do that shit. And right now to this day, she be like, my son the coldest nigga. And no disrespect to nobody else, but can't nobody fuck with her son and her mom.
Especially her son that gave up selling drugs.
Man, you hear me? And I ain't in prison. She ain't got to tell that story. Shit.
Like, that nigga goes to the world.
Hell yeah.
Make her sleep easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What would you say is the highlight of your journey as a tattoo artist?
Oh man, the highlight of my journey. I got a great one. Believe it or not, it's Trick. Because at a time when I was not mid career, but getting close to like really, really loving it, I still ain't had shit. I'm providing for a family, so I can't really go buy a building and all this shit. At the time, I went to Dog, which is my big cousin, and just gave it a shot. My wife said, closed mouths don't get fed. See, he can't do nothing but say yes or no. I went to him like a man, like, look, dog, that's what I'm trying to do. I ain't on that street shit. I just need a little help. Just help me get this spot. And I'm on to something. I promise you I'm on to something. I never came to you for nothing. Anytime I ever done business with Dog, it was business because I respect what he do. You know what I'm saying? But he looked out for me and got me in the building. And that for me was so much inspiration, bro. Because it was like, damn, finally somebody outside of my mama can kind of see what I'm on and willing to give me a shot at it. Because when you give a nigga some shit, you taking the risk of not getting shit in return. And we family. It's hard to trust family giving them some shit. They feel entitled. So Trick was like really, he helped me like get that motivation of being a businessman. Outside of tattoo artist, just being a businessman. Tattooing is just something I love to do and know how to do. You know what I'm saying? I do all kind of shit. But yeah, he was definitely a big inspiration for that.
What about homegirl that got you the first stripper?
Oh man, rest in peace to her. She's no longer living, but I can't help but to bring her up anytime I talk about this story. I always got to say her because she had somebody for me to tattoo at the time.
You remember my name?
Stacy. I'll never forget her name. Stacy. She was super cool. Shout out Stacy. Rest in peace, girl.
Rest in peace, Stacy. What was the worst moment of your journey?
Oh man, damn. I don't know if a lot of y'all familiar with him, but his name Big Pen. He's a tattoo artist from here. He got killed. I don't even know what happened, but it was like some setup type of stuff. But he was such a big inspiration to me too because, like, I'm the type of I ain't no hater. Like, I would go in there and look at my fellow, artists from here, and if that shit is dope, I'll slide in the nigga inbox and be like, dog, that shit dope, man. What can I do to possibly make my shit better? It's got to be some type of method. And when I reached out to him one time, he said, anytime you need any help, any pointers, I got you. And he kept his word on that. So like when he passed, it was like, damn, it was like a part of the culture. Kind of like the hip hop culture. When we lose a great one, that shit hit you. If you really love this culture, that shit gonna touch you in a different way. So for me, I was at a point where I was loving this shit. And I looked at him as being great. When he passed, I'm like, damn, this was somebody who kind of mentored me through this shit a little bit and gave me even more confidence, you know what I'm saying? And helped me with shit,
Right.
So yeah, that shit was bad. That shit was bad. God rest Big Pen. You know?
Relationships. What would you say was your best relationship?
I gotta say my ex-wife. You know, the ex-wife was a fucked up title, but that was my best relationship. She turned me from the street nigga to I ain't tolerating this. Life is more than just what you doing. All this ripping around in the street. You can't do that here. I can't be with no nigga who I'm scared somebody gonna shoot the house up or the police gonna come kick the door down. So even though we didn't work out, I will always respect her and honor her for playing that part of my life. Gave me a beautiful kid, which slowed me down even more. You know what I'm saying? To this day, we super solid. So yeah, that she was best relationship I had.
What was your worst relationship?
She was the worst as well. You feel me though? If that makes sense to y'all, because I feel like this marriage supposed to be, yeah, marriage supposed to last forever. You feel me? I failed that marriage. We failed. You feel me? She's a great woman, you know, but sometimes people just don't mesh together. She a great woman, but she ain't great for me, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? She could be great for somebody else, you know, but not for me. So she was my best and my worst. Shout out to the ex-wife.
All right. What was your best relationship in business?
Oh, my best business relationship. It's actually with a female. She owns multiple businesses, right? I even fell out with some, lady friends that I dealt with because of this woman. They don't understand how you could be friends or business partners with a woman who looks great.
Yeah. Oh, that's all. If they look great, that's more uphill battle.
Kind of how I got this building.
Right.
Any female I ever dealt with, swore up and down, I've been fucking this woman.
Right.
She my homeboy. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's his situation. But she a businesswoman. She take the part of me and him being friends, she take that out of it.
Right.
You do good business, I'll fuck with you. He ain't never got to know what type of business we doing. When it comes, he know we do business, but she like, you do good business, I can fuck with you. So I learn from her. I call her sometimes, believe it or not. Like some niggas probably won't admit, but I call her sometimes like, maybe I feel like I'm doing something wrong. What you see I could do better. I'm always trying to elevate to the next level. Whether it's a woman teach me, a man teach me, I want to be a better human.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So yeah, she do great business. Shout out Crystal. Much love to Crystal. She a great businesswoman.
What was your worst business relationship?
Family, I ain't gonna say no names, but sometimes you try to extend what you got going on, or vice versa, with family. Most of the time, with my experience, that shit is gonna go bad. It's gonna go bad. So my worst experience was with a family member. Like we don't got the same drive, which is okay. So I drive into another lane. You feel me? And do what I'm doing. But that turns into, oh, he don't fuck with me. It's not that I don't fuck with you. We don't do the same thing. So I gotta go over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fall out with you over business or a couple little dollars. I'd rather just be family and love on each other because I want my money. It's not, you feel me? Business is business. I don't want to do business with family. I don't.
I agree. What's the one thing you learned about relationships?
I learned that, damn, Choke, you and these great ass questions, bro. For me, in relationships, you gotta understand one another. Like, it's no in between that. If you don't understand your mate, this shit not gonna work. Y'all gotta be somewhat on the same page. Not the same page, but at least in the same chapter for shit to work. Because if you a street nigga, right? And your lady is a lawyer. We'll just say lawyer for shits and giggles. Y'all kind of don't really relate. It can work, but y'all really don't really mix. She infatuated with the lifestyle that you provide. You infatuated with you never had a female on her shit like that. She's gonna get tired of you because the drive ain't like, she fearing a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you coming home comfortable because you know what type of lady you got. But for her, it's a tough fight. So if y'all don't have no understanding of maybe you possibly leaving the game alone and maybe transitioning, no, that don't take nothing from your street cred. Try to build on something more positive. If it's not on that type of shit, it's gonna go bad eventually. It's gonna go bad. Cause you know what comes with street money. Street bitches, all this dumb shit. You feel me? So if you're not willing to make a transition, that's both parties, not just us as men, but women. If you're not willing to, sacrifice some things so your mate can have a better understanding of who you are as a person, that shit gonna go bad. Period. That's just my take.
If you could go back and change anything, what would it be?
Oh shit. I wouldn't get high. If I can go back and change anything about my life, I wouldn't get high. I wouldn't smoke weed. I wouldn't drink. That way I
Why?
could be. I feel like I go through it now. Like when I'm sober, the way I think and move is just two different things. Like I feel like if I never introduce my mind to getting high or drunk, and not to take nothing from, I get high every day, but not to take nothing from.
There's a tattoo artist that's just starting out right now. They it's a female. She want to be a tattoo artist. She watching right now. A guy, and somebody gave them a kit for them to get to where you are. Tell them to get how to get to where you are, and and try to help them avoid all of the BS in between. What's the BS they got to look out for?
Ooh, you gotta look out for the people who know your family and friends. They're gonna always feel like you should give them a deal where they're entitled to like this special treatment. That's in any business that you own, not just tattoos, but your family and friends gonna always want discounts and shit like that. That's my worst thing. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you in control of what you fuck you deal with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my don't deal with family and friends.
So, what's your focus today on life and in business?
My focus is to teach my kids that you can own your own business, run your own business. You in control of your destiny. It's no like my daughter, I got a 9-year-old. My oldest 23, but my 9-year-old, she here with me every day. You know what I'm saying? She learning, like I done taught my daughter how to make her own shirts without my help, believe it or not. Like my 9-year-old know how to go in there, set it up, make her own t-shirt. Look, daddy, I feel like I'm winning, because of that. Like I'm showing her that this is about business. Like daddy ain't just wild. And don't get me wrong, I hang out, do all that. But at the end of the day, my kids see me get up 8 o'clock in the morning, like I'm finna take her to school. We gotta go to the shop. You don't wanna go? Call your mom. You gotta go home then. Cause you already know what you gotta do when you with me. But she loves it. Daddy, how many shirts we gotta do today? How many? Like she wanna answer the phone. So like I get a kick out of just being a better man, like just knowing where I came from. Like I come from that way. You know what I'm saying? So to see my life from where it was to where it is now, like I feel like I'm winning and God is just putting blessings on blessings on blessings. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to be still an even better man than I am today, an even better businessman. Like I'm still trying to learn how to conduct my business credit. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm still in that process while I'm still grinding and doing what I'm doing. Like people on the outside, I not to change it. So I tell people all the time, it's hard to be a boss. I work harder than the worker. Believe it or not, because I got to keep the lights on in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So man, Chuck, I'm blessed, bro. And if I keep going on this path, I think it's no limit to what I can do. You know what I'm saying? For real.
No limit.
No fucking limit.
No doubt. All right. Anything you want to add?
Uh,
Promote?
now look, not only do I do tattoos, I do t-shirts. Like we actually in my shop right now, Creative Culture. I do t-shirts, I do graphic designs, I do anything I put my hands on pretty much I could do. But I just want to say one thing to the men and women. Practice being a better you. All that what we gonna do to say listen, the shit start at home with you. You look in the mirror and be accountable for what you put out here to this world. You putting out negativity to this world, don't expect great results. You feel me? So let's just try to be better people with yourself. Don't instead of worrying about everybody else's business, be a better you. I think that's one of the ways we can change things and just make things better. Because us as black people, like we kind of lost. No disrespect to our race, but we a little bit lost. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. So that's why I say it started with you. Let's do better as people, y'all. For real. To all my men and women, let's be better with ourselves, and then we can present better things to the world.
Who are the top Detroit tattoo artists?
Okay. Some people gonna be mad. It's a girl. To me. Shout out the Butcher. Y'all can look her up right now on Instagram, the butcher. She a beautiful female, beautiful black woman, but her work is amazing, like impeccable. Like you could tell like she really love what she do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to the butcher and Lady L. Two up to me, them like my top favorites, and they girls,
Right.
but they work is dope. They work is super dope.
Cool.
Yo, this your man Young Rue, aka the Tattoo King. We all got a story to tell and a lesson to learn. This is my story.
Choco choke. You know what it is. Yo, y'all niggas better stay DL. Down low. Stop flossing, man. You just want them to just come and get you? Learn from our mistakes, man. That's what this is about. Learn from mistakes. Choke no joke. Let's go. You already know. Make it low. Let's go. My aim was enlightened. Drop jewels on you. You thinking I'm jealous? I ain't got cheddar like you.